I got another load. We're going up a big hill. We're doing 59 miles an hour. I mean, yeah, this is definitely the worst towing load I've ever had. It's a 13.6 tiny home. It's not that long. It feels like it's 11,000 pounds. It even says it's 8, and I'm just like, there's no fucking way. It just, the EGTs are awful. I've never had something so bad, and I had a 13-foot 2 fifth wheel. But yeah, probably turning a little too high RPM, but I don't know. I really don't know if that's bad or not, but we're sitting at about 1150 EGTs. There's been times this tiny home has forced me into fourth gear up mountains, doing 63 miles an hour in a 70. But yeah, it's about impossible to get the thing to 70 miles an hour. Like, as I was saying, yeah, you can get it to 70. It's just, it's such a boat. And then when you are at 70, it's like the EGTs, it's like I'm already at 1250 just trying to get to 70. Like, there will be miles I'll spend in the 60 miles an hour just so I can get the EGTs down to get back to 70. And if there's a hill, I'm not holding 70. It's just, the rear end is really at its limits. It's too much of a load. Like, if I was pulling these all day, I would 100% have to get higher rears. Like, but it's doing it. We're doing 69, 1250 EGTs. EGTs, 68 miles an hour. It's like, if it's almost flat ground, we're good, but any kind of hill, it's like, it just cripples the thing. But yeah, I'm headed to Nevada. 2,200 miles left. I think it started with 2,400. Longest trip I've ever done. Greatest miles, greatest mileage pay I've ever had. And yeah, things are going good. I'm gonna pay for these truck repairs, and yeah, I gotta say, I'm very glad Steven cleaned off that radiator. Just climbed basically a mountain. 1,200 EGTs right now, we're still climbing it. And I didn't even fully bleed the coolant. And it's just, it's doing great. Like, it would definitely heat up a lot faster than that before. I've been climbing like 10 minutes. But yeah, go Steven. I'm about to get the fuck off the side of the highway, but first flat, it was on the other side, but it's on. I'm gonna get the fuck on yonder, get on out of here. Yeah, I saw the cords on the side, so I didn't think it was flat, but I might have gone a mile or two on that one. Yep. 2,500 is RPM. I just can't for the life of me hold overdrive at this fucking tiny home. Like, yeah, it'll do it on flat ground, but not when it's windy. Like, I just entered Arkansas. Like, I literally cannot. The EGTs are just too much. I cannot get it to 70 miles an hour. So fifth gear it is. Going slow as balls. Sorta. In a 70. Yeah. Alright, motherfuckers. Tire number 2, I figured. I texted him an hour ago. I said, this one looks a little shitty. It's kind of split at the seams a little bit. Yeah, that tire's at 70 PSI. This tiny home is a lot of fucking weight. I just tied that up. It's max 80 PSI, and it's like, if 4 of them won't hold this thing together, I really doubt that one's gonna give me more than a few miles. So, I'm gonna call my company, see what the customer wants to do, because I need tires. Apparently they have an option to reject tires, but I don't know what we do at that point. Yeah, for feck. I'm not mad. I sound a little mad there, but no, I really don't care. Flat number 3. Just gonna wait for these cars to disappear. I just got 3 new tires. And they gave me a spare from the beginning. And that's the last one. Yep, that's number 3, baby. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get that changed. I'm gonna get the fuck off the side of the highway. And it had to do it on the big hill, too. Alright, flat number 3 taken the fuck care of. Let's be on our damn way. I'm not bothered, but I don't want to go get more tires. Might do an acceleration video off the side of the highway. Alright. Time to merge up this big ass giant fucking hill. My decision with the 354 rear end. My ass is doing 55 and a 75 because I can't keep the damn EGTs down because it's a sailboat. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. I don't know. Ignore that. It doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, she's back there. She's house shaped. And feels like a brick. 798 miles to go. Up 60 miles an hour. 55, mind you. 54. Thing's just fucking awful. Like, you can get it up to speed on flat ground with no wind, but the wind is just killing it. So I genuinely can't get over like 43 miles an hour up hills And I'm attributing that to this clogged air filter, assuming it's clogged. Because the EGTs are to the fucking moon. Like, it's a 75, I can't be doing 40. So until I get to this parts store 30 minutes away, we're gonna have some nice, juicy, delicious turbo noises. Oh, yeah, that wasn't it, but all right. Listen to that fucking turbo. Holy fuck. I'm gonna have to downshift. I don't got near enough speed for this hill. Yeah, boy. At least I can actually climb this hill. Like, I was genuinely doing 40. Like, I hit 30s mile per hour in a 75, bro. It was so bad and so infuriating. But lucky for me, there's not much traffic today. I had my full ways on. They don't exactly work. You kind of have to manually use them. So it's like I'm over here reaching in. Every single time you want the lights to turn on, you have to hit it once. But yeah, making progress. 616 miles to go. But yeah, don't tune up your truck. And if you do, don't get too big of a turbo. It really takes you out of your power band. And yeah, makes it hard to keep those EGTs down. Yeah. Respectfully. It's only 30. That it just, I don't know. I love the sound of the fucking thing. We're gonna merge anyway. Enjoy sound and no video. I'm never gonna post this. Split. Oh my. So went to Napa, got an air filter. That is the biggest fucking filter I have ever seen, but I will never be coming back here for that because the price for that was fucking criminal. Like, that is the most alright. I don't know how you can't see my truck through this phone. There we go. I'm a dumbass, but yeah, there's the new air filter. I paid a stupid amount for that, thinking that's what it was. I didn't put it on right. I'm gonna put that back on. I just put it on right now. So I found a big ass massive boost leak from that boot down there. It didn't tear or anything, it just came off. Steven might have put that one on a little short. Maybe the boost pushed it out, I don't know. I haven't really been hitting high boost this trip. I want to say I've probably hit like max 35. Like I'm gonna grab that screwdriver again because I gotta put that back on. But yeah, I was on a flat back road doing 44 miles an hour and the EGTs are hitting 1400. Like, it has been a headache. And I finally checked my boost gauge. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. I hear all the spoolie noises, but like, you didn't really hear it at first. I think the boot slowly slid out, but like I don't know, I got gradual over time. I feel like it slid out more and more over time until it's like, hey, dumbass, this is what it is. I'm glad I found it. Kind of luck of the draw there. But yeah. Oh my, get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna need two hands. But yeah, genuinely, thank God, man. Like, I'm like 500 miles from my drop. It's like 2:30, 2:45 in the morning. It would have been a substantial headache continuing the drive this the way it was. Like, it was almost undrivable. I thought it was the truck. Air was getting thinner. I'm gonna make sure I have all my tools. I just thought because the air was getting thinner, I was just too much fuel and I just couldn't move the damn truck. But it was just that boost boot. It didn't even tear. It just popped out. I make sure I got all my things. As Steven said, where am I from? Steven said these would all reset. I got it up there with tape. All I need to do is see that the oil pressure gauge has oil pressure and I'm happy, you know? Gotta get a pillar for that at some point. Yeah, there's also this thing right here. I didn't see this pulling in. I also didn't do that, but I probably ran it over at the front right, so I'm gonna back up and just go around it. I was like, oh, a clear spot where there's no poles. Oh. Yeah, because someone already took it out for me. So I'm gonna turn right, back up, and I'm gonna get the fuck on yonder. Let me make sure I don't like back into a ditch either. It would really ruin my day. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. I can actually drive again and not see over 1200. Got 25 pounds of boost. Like anytime I would make my way up to 25 to 30, it would shoot right to 1400. And then it got so bad, I'd hit like 10 pounds of boost and instantly see like fucking 1400. And just big clouds of smoke behind me. I'm like, yo, I gotta turn down this pre-boost. The air's getting so thin out here. And that's what it does. It's like, as you go west or you get higher up in altitude, it gets a little smoky, you know? Like you hear the diesels really struggling. Like I heard a third gen when I was in Utah. I gotta shift down. I heard a third gen in Utah, loud as fuck, just climbing a slight incline. He's doing like 25 miles an hour, but I can hear him coming from a mile away, you know? Like, man is just under load in those mountains. But yeah, we're holding 30 pounds and only sitting at 1200. Like, that's so nice. Like, I can actually get it there. Like, I hit 33 miles an hour up a mountain. I'm just like, okay, this is unbearable. I need to pull over. Like, this is getting kind of shit. I thought it was an air filter. I was like, I haven't changed that in a while. It's got to be clogged. I'm not getting the air. So, I mean, I was getting boost. But then I started hearing like, I could hear the turbo spooling loudly as I passed guardrails. I'm like, that doesn't sound good. Oh, we're finally exceeding 65. I'm hitting 1300 on the EGTs though. Like, this truck is not very friendly with EGTs. I think I'm gonna need AFC Live at some point. Like maybe turn down that fuel as I go west. But yeah, I should be able to finally get it done. This trip has been so slow because of that. Oh my goodness, this thing is just roaring down the road. It's hard to get it to this speed. We're doing about 75, but once it does, if there's no hills, it'll hold it. But like, you're right at the limit of the fucking truck. Like, you see any kind of incline, you start climbing EGTs and it's like, time to downshift, you know? Yeah, we're moving, been holding this like 5-10 minutes now, thank goodness. There hasn't been any large hills. It'd be nice if I could hold this the rest of the way. Definitely make this trip a lot more enjoyable, get there a lot faster. It's not fun being in 5th gear, like a 4th gear in a NB 4500 and holding like 60-65 miles an hour at all of the RPM, you know? But yeah, we're moving, got oil pressure, 1200 EGTs on the dot, 20 pounds of boost, all of the fuel pressure, that seems to never really move. Yeah, gonna be there in 441 miles. I might actually make a video this time, I'm not sure. Alright, so it's this motherfucker right here. He's popping off right there. I pulled this one down to give it less lip and more lip up there. Got it decently tight. And hopefully it stops bothering me because I heard it slide off this time. Just want to make a quick disclaimer. If you saw me doing 45 on I-40, no you didn't. We're moving now. It's been going very good. It seemed like the gap between Oklahoma and here, I just really couldn't get it over 60, 65, but we're cooking pretty good now. We are cooking good now. I don't know. I'm very happy to be moving. Like, people say don't go over 1300. Cummins for the 12 valve recommends 1250, and I'm like, all right. I don't know, it's just really hard to keep it out of that 1200 mark. Now that we're up in speed, it seems like as I get around like 2250 RPMs, the EGTs and the load seems to be a lot happier in the power range, and it just tows really good. But it seems like I'm in the limit of the 354s when it comes to hills and load on the engine. I know I said it before, but we're moving. We're doing good. Getting there quick. 15,000 pound tiny home. We're grossing 24,000. Moving good. Going great. There's a dude on the shoulder. I gotta. Yes. See you there, I suppose, or next fill up. I won't make it 378 miles without fuel. If the load was any higher, like if this thing weighed anything more or was any bit taller, I'd be in 5th gear right now. Like, it's just barely holding it. Like, yeah, like, we're chilling. It's not that much boost, but it just, if we had any higher EGTs, I would need to be in 5th gear right now. I have jinxed it. Yeah, it started crawling up to 1300. I had to go slow on this flat ground. I might be able to get it back up. I'm gonna try. Jinxed it so bad. I don't know what changed, but it just doesn't want to move. I gotta put this down and focus for now. There's that guy, and this gauge just won't stop going to the moon. Around 80. I can hear that boot just wanting to come off again, so I pulled over. I put fuel in it, take a piss, and I'm gonna shove something in that boot because I don't think the clamp gets tight enough, or the rubber is just really worn down and it can't get a good clamp on it. It's just too thin. The clamp is too big. So I'm gonna try to shove something in there because this is the 3rd time that boot's come off. I can slightly hear it whistling. It's like, I might as well do it now. I'm like on 1/3 of a tank. Fill it up and 200 miles to go. I am not getting good fuel economy out west. Like I want to estimate it went from 7 to now getting 5 or 6. So yeah. Almost done. Almost in Nevada. I'm just now realizing, not just now, but like just recently, like I didn't really look at my location where it was going, but it's going to Las Vegas. It's kind of neat. Kind of an odd place to move to me anyway. I don't know anything about Vegas, but alright. Yeah, they have some death potholes. Like very awful potholes back there. I'm kind of surprised I didn't lose any tires or really break anything, but it's going good. 59 miles to go. I gotta go to an Office Max, print the bill of lading, get it signed, and then I'm gonna go get a shower, go to Planet Fitness, get some food, and probably have 2 days off. Monday will come around and maybe we'll have another load. It is 94 outside. I'm at all of the coolant temp. I'll clean that dash, don't worry. 1200 EGTs. 3rd gear, doing 31 in the 65. Truck is not happy. If it gets any hotter, I'll probably have to pull over and let it cool down. But yeah, just to be clear, I'm not the only one. We're all going fucking slow. Yeah, she's a little unhappy. Almost at the top of this hill though. I think it'll be fine. I'm like 12 miles from the destination too, but I don't think it'll get hotter than that. I didn't really want to do an outro. I just noticed there is no outro and I have to do an outro. We arrived. It's Monday. I'm actually very much considering posting this. I'm probably going to actually post it. I got to do a little bit of editing on it. It looks like garbage. There's a lot of clips where
The camera's like upside down somehow. Don't know how, but it is. It just ended up like that. I filmed sideways and it just decided to be upside down, I guess, or sideways. But shout out to Ken's Towing in Ozark AR. I don't know. But they had the fastest service I've ever seen with tires. They were great. The customer was very nice as well. Appreciate her. I'm sorry I didn't get too many shots of the tiny home. There was a lot more I should have filmed and didn't. But like putting the tires on at Ozarks, they helped me out with that. I don't know, pretty good trip. It's a hard one to say and do it again. I'd definitely take it east. I feel like it'd be easier to take it east than it would be west. But yeah, I'm learning this truck. I'm very happy with it, but anything over 15,000 pounds, it really starts to struggle. And I noticed in the video I did say I'd clean my dash, and I cleaned it up a lot, cleaned the truck up a lot. Notice how dirty my hands were in the video. It's like 2 days later. I've showered a couple times. So my fire extinguisher actually released, and you can see like fire extinguisher all over the dash. I've been cleaning it out slowly, like it was all in between there. It was in between the steering wheel. Like I went to push it out back under the seat, and it just sprayed everywhere. But yeah, I've been cleaning the truck a little bit, getting stuff off the floor. I really need to get better at organization, but I don't know, we're making progress. It's getting better. And bled the coolant system. That was a big problem with the overheating. I noticed I went to start it up this morning, and the coolant hose was shrunk. I haven't really done a good job bleeding it, but truck did great. I think I beat the shit out of it. I'd like to know some opinions on what RPM I should be towing at. In my opinion, it's a tractor. It's an old 12 valve. It should be able to take 2,500 for the rest of its life and just chill. Like, I don't think that's hard on it, but I also have a big turbo and it's a tuned up truck, so I'm like, I'd like to know if that's something that'll end up being its demise. I'm still learning. But yeah, I wish fifth gear was a little bit taller between fifth and sixth. Like, you're at 2,500 RPM doing 60, and then you're at 2250 RPM doing like 78 miles an hour. Like, there's just such a huge power gap in this truck. Like I said to Steven, it almost makes sense to have a second truck with like higher gearing to pull these tiny homes, because this does great all day when it comes to anything light. Like, yeah, this thing does great all day when it comes to anything light. It's just the power band is like 75 to 80 miles an hour. Like, below 2,000, you're just climbing EGTs and you can't get it to move. Like, that tiny home pulled all day, like 75 plus, once we got it boost leak fixed. I mean, besides like inclines and stuff, like mountains, that's when I'd be going to fifth gear. But like towards the end, once that boost leak was fixed, this thing did pretty great. Like, I don't know. I feel like 373s might be worth it, but it'll be a minute. I don't know. Like, if I'm towing more heavy stuff, I'd have to get some 373s at least. But overall, I'm very happy with how this truck performs. It does amazing with anything that isn't that heavy. Like that fifth wheel I had the last time, it towed it like 70 plus all day. It did great, but at the same time, it's like some of these trailers really shouldn't be doing 70 plus miles an hour. Like, and that's where you're kind of stuck. It's like you have a dead zone in power from 65 to like 72. Like, it's like you'd rather just be doing like 70, you know, or 72, not 78, 80 miles an hour, you know? Like, yeah, I did it safe. I had no issues. The thing handled great once you got used to it anyway. That thing was a little bit of a boat in the beginning. But, yeah. Life is good. Life is great. See y'all.